So how sugar feeds cancer. All right, sugar causes cancer, that feeds cancer, they say. They say. So Google up sugar, cancer, and cancer.org.au say sugar is not a carcinogenic, aka cancer-causing substance. However, overconsumption of sugar, particularly added sugars, whatever that means, like, what is overconsumption of sugar? You know what I mean? How much sugar is too much sugar? Can contribute to obesity, which is an important risk for cancer. There's no evidence that consuming sugar makes cancer cells grow faster or cause cancer. Okay, I'll say it again. There's no evidence that consuming sugar makes cancer cells grow faster or cause cancer. What we do know is sugar feeds cancer cells, but sugar feeds every cell in the human body. Sugar feeds your immune system, and a weak immune system is the breeding ground for proliferation of cancer cells. Okay, so if you don't have enough sugar, if you under-consume sugar, your immune system is under-functioning. And that, ask any oncologist, any cancer specialist, and a weak immune system opens the doors for cancer cells to really get out of control. Okay? So every cell in the body uses sugar. So when people say sugar feeds cancer, that is true. But sugar feeds your immune system. That's like saying money fuels crime. Stop using money. Get rid of money. Stop using sugar. Get rid of sugar. Cut sugar out of your diet. Cut money out of your life. Money feeds crime. Sugar feeds cancer. Money feeds crime. Money feeds the police. Money feeds the government, blah, blah. Money feeds every system in society, okay? Sugar feeds every system in your body. Okay, so you need to have the sugar. How much sugar is too much sugar? That's a contentious topic. But anyway, so they're saying that sugar can contribute to obesity. What really contributes to obesity? Okay, what really? I won't answer that question. You answer that question for yourself. What causes obesity? Is it being sedentary? Can that be a cause of obesity? Being sedentary, being lazy, doing nothing, walking into an elevator, pressing the button instead of taking the stairs, driving your car to the supermarket instead of riding your bike or walking, getting kids to play with the Nintendo instead of you playing with your kids, go outside and kick a ball around or play chaser in the house. Does that cause obesity? And obesity's an important risk for cancer? Does fat intake, does the fat you eat become the fat you wear? Is there a reason all these frauds out there, these fake doctors like Dr. Eric Berg, who's not a real doctor? Is there a reason frauds like him only eat one meal a day and eat 800 calories a day to starve themselves because their fatty diets would make them obese? Does fat really stored as fat? Yes, it is. Fat stored as fat. Simple as that. So anyway, that's the deal. And this is a mainstream website. This is not some hippie website or whatever. This is mainstream. Cancer.org.au. All right. So this is mainstream stuff. Okay. Now, does red meat? Let's have a look at red meat and cancer. Okay. Red meat. I mean, you can Google up anything. Google says many things about various things. But we're going to go for mainstream stuff here. Consuming too much red and processed meat causes bowel cancer. 18% of it. You know what I mean? So, okay. So if you're going to have a concern about your diet, what would you cut? You don't need red meat. You don't need meat. Humans have no need for meat. All right. There's nothing you get from meat that you can't get from plants or your body makes yourself. There just isn't. Nothing. Because if that was the case, if there was something you could get from meat that you needed, then vegans would be dying of certain deficiencies that only vegans would get. Isn't that right? Yes. Okay. But we know that's not true. We know that vegans don't have diseases or deficiencies that are exclusive to vegans, do they? We don't have that. B12 deficiency, anyone can have that, regardless of your diet. So if we're going to talk about cancers, let's talk about meat. Let's talk about smoking. Let's talk about certain pharmaceuticals. Let's talk about stress. Let's talk about late nights. Let's talk about alcohol. Let's talk about things that weaken the immune system. Caffeine, cortisol. Let's go cortisol. Okay, cortisol, cancer. We know stress and caffeine and low carb diets cause. Okay, there we go. Some evidence. This is nature.com. Sounds maybe legit. Okay, so let's go to cancer.org. Cushing syndrome may be caused by an adrenal cancer. Okay, so exposure to psychological stress and stress-related cortisol release have been proposed to be associated with increased breast cancer risk. Okay, so cortisol. All right, too much cortisol can cause cancer, according to these websites. Now, what lowers cortisol? What lowers cortisol instantly? Sugar. If you get 100 grams of table sugar, dump it in a cup, put some water in there, drink it, your cortisol is literally lowered in seconds. Sugar lowers cortisol. Cortisol can trigger cancers in some people, okay? Cortisol's immunosuppressive effect may result in reduced immunosurveillance of early stage cancer, which means your immune system can't see the cancer, okay? Because the cortisol is suppressing your immune system. There you go. Another good reason to give up the caffeine, because caffeine and cacao raise cortisol. Low carb diet, keto diet raises cortisol. Google it up. Sugar lowers cortisol. Sugar boosts your immune system. That's not my opinion. That's absolute scientific biological fact. And you can disagree with me, but you're still gonna be wrong. Done.